What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew. Today, we've got a cool-ass versus for you. It is Nightmare on Elm Street 1 versus Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors.
Don't wanna dream no more.
Don't wanna dream no more. And maybe tonight. All right. What is up, guys? We are back here with the verses. Like I said, beginning, we've got Nightmare on Elm Street versus Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors.
This is a redo.
This is a redo. In fact, we tried to record this months ago.
A year
ago, or whatever it was.
Couple.
Has it been that long now?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Time flies. So yeah, we did. It was Wells back when I was still doing my solo thing too.
Yeah.
And
we were on Riverside.
Yeah, we were trying to do it all, like you were at home, and we were trying to do it one night. I think was Kenny with us? Yeah, and then what happened?
So we had some technical glitches. There were all kinds of audio problems on Riverside's end.
Yeah.
And we couldn't save it.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, shit, this is not work out, so we're gonna have to redo this. So and then we just
forgot about it.
Didn't. Yeah.
So 2+ years later, now that it's October, we're gonna bring this to you.
And I'll be honest, I don't remember what I picked then. So this will be kind of a whole new thing again. Plus, opinions change over time. Your feelings on things can change over time, and these movies are really neck and neck. It could just depend for some people on what damn day of the week it is.
Yeah.
But this will be interesting. Nightmare on Elm Street, the OG, came out November 9th, 1984, and Dream Warriors came out the February 27th. That's weird.
Yeah.
1987. 3 years later, though, a little under 3 years later. Nightmare 1 had a budget of $1.1 million, and the box office totals out of that $57.1 million. Pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. Directed by Wes Craven. Dream Warriors came in at $4.3 to $4.6 million on the budget, and walked away with $44 million in the box office. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Chuck Russell was the director of that one. Not Kurt Russell's brother. I don't know if he has a brother or not. If he did, I'm sure he's just about as cool as Kurt Russell is.
Right.
So for today, we are going to run pretty typical stuff on our normal verses as far as categories go. And for a horror movie category, we usually drop in like kills or scare factor stuff. We're doing both of those today. We're doing story, setting, acting, kills, and scare factor to determine the winner. Before that gets started, though, do we have anything else we want to say?
No. And I'm really not going to go over the plots of these, because if you're watching this because you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, you know what the damn plots of these are.
And we can kind of touch a little bit on it, I guess, during our story category anyway. Both influential movies, both iconic movies, both, in my opinion, most people's opinion, I think, they are the top two.
Top of the food chain.
Of the franchise. So we're kind of pitting both of them together, because this is I think this is a reoccurring debate, and on which one people seem to think is better or like better. Mm-hmm. And so this will be a good discussion, I think. We've got Kenny's picks too, right?
Yep, I got his points too. Sweet. That he wanted to make. So
even better.
It's almost like he's here. He's really off in dreamland somewhere.
He's being tied to a bed with tongues. So let's get started.
He wishes.
Let's get started on story first. You want to go first? Or you want me to?
I'll go. Hey, I'll give Kenny's first, and then you can go. I'll go last. Good. Story. Kenny says he's going with the OG. Okay. He says just more suspense to it because they are trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So the first one is obviously just the big setup. You're for the franchise. You're trying to figure out who and the kids are trying to figure out who this Freddy Krueger guy is.
He's credited as Fred in the first one.
He is Fred Krueger, yeah. And they don't really say Freddy, do they?
No, not till the second one, maybe. Definitely the third one, but maybe the second one.
Yeah, it's Fred Krueger. He's terrorizing these kids, and you come to find out that he was a child murderer, a serial child murderer. Later movies depict him as a child molester also.
Yeah.
But it's
so I did a little bit of research, and I guess there was like a big child molestation case going on in '84, so they really skirted around that.
Oh, okay.
So he was a child murderer.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, yeah, but I mean, you can kind of either one's is fine.
Yeah,
but that's not that it's okay, but it's either one. It's acceptable. I think I think child murderer. You could probably assume that he's both.
Yeah,
because a lot of serial rapists and murders are very similar. They just, it's kind of both a rape and a kill. And a bunch of parents basically got there was
he got off on a technicality, a search warrant or something.
Yeah, it was the justice system sucked. Big shocker. and they screwed him around and then he got off on a technicality, and the parents decided to avenge themselves, basically, and we're gonna just take care of this shit ourselves. So they trapped him in a basement or whatever, boiler room, whatever he stayed, and they burned him up and killed him. And her mom, Nancy's mom, the main character, played by Heather Langenkamp, ended up with like the knives and the hat or whatever. Anyway, Nancy becomes suspect of all this and tries to figure this. She can pull shit out of her dreams, and just chaos ensues. Typical shit. But that's basically a story of 1 and 3. She returns to this psychiatric hospital where Patricia Arquette ends up getting placed because of a dream sequence with
suicide
Eddie. Yeah, with Freddie. Wound up with some cuts on her wrist. Her mom caught her and thought she was trying to commit suicide, so she had her committed. And there she meets these other kids who are suffering from similar nightmares of Freddy. Turns out that they're all the last descendants of the Elm Street kids. So that's why he's attacking them too. Yeah. Getting his revenge. And there's some other shit going on with there we might touch on later. But for now, this is kind of one of those close ones for me. I do like the OG a lot. It's a little more grounded. Whereas Dream Warriors is a little more fun. If you compare 3 to like 4, 5, and 6, 3 on paper looks hokey because of the dream powers these kids have to fight.
But compared to those, it doesn't.
But compared to 4, 5, and 6, it doesn't. I think it's really not that I hate 3, but I think I'm going to go OG as well.
Yeah,
on this one,
I'm going OG as well on this one. I think the story, like you said, is just a little bit more grounded. There's so much going on in the third one that I kind of feel like even Nancy's character's a little less than because of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm going with the original on that one as well.
Okay. And I hate to take it away from 3 because 3 is so fun.
Yeah.
And I don't hate every aspect of that. I think I can be critical of all that shit. I think you know what it is. It's the powers thing. I have this in my dream. I have this in my dream, and some of it is so adolescent for teenagers,
which is who they were catering to.
But they are. That's true. But even though like oh shit, what's his name? The one that survives and then goes to 4.
Oh, there's a couple of them. There's the one. There's the one that can't speak. Joey, I think, and then there's Kincaid, the black guy.
Yeah, so Kincaid's like this, got super strength. That's cool. Yeah, but then you've got the one who is on drugs, or Taryn, who's recovering on drugs.
I'm beautiful and I'm bad.
I'm beautiful and I'm bad. I'm bad. Like, don't say it that way. Looks like a punk. I mean, it's just goofy. And then of course the wizard kid, who's like a Wish version of Mark from Friday 2. In a wheelchair, but then he's but also the dungeon master. That just makes it a little hokey.
One is way more grounded.
Yeah, but everything else in Dream Warriors I pretty well enjoyed. But I have to go OG.
Yeah.
Setting.
I think I'm going to go with Dream Warriors on this one.
Yeah.
I like the setting. The little town they're in, and the house, the nightmare house, and all the boiler room stuff, and the school. Even the school is fantastic.
Yeah.
But
the hospital or whatever.
Yeah, but I think...
Oh, you mean you're talking about the OG?
I was talking about the OG.
Yeah, sorry.
But I think I do like the whole hospital setting. I like when they go to that junkyard at the end and they're trying to bury Freddy's bones and everything. I think I'm gonna go Dream Warriors on this one.
I'm going to agree. I think the psychiatric hospital they used provides a very good setting for like a location for shooting a film like this. It's got a lot of old Catholic imagery in it with upstairs, like up in the whatever when he was talking to Mary.
Yeah,
end up being Amanda Kruger.
Yeah, it was like some wing they don't use anymore for like the criminally insane or whatever.
The cemetery stuff and the junkyard. The bar, and then you had the old decrepit house, and I really like that. I do think that the stuff in the school and the boiler room was really creepy. I like that a lot, but the alleyways. But I'm going to agree with you. I think I'm going to go 3 on setting, just because of the different locations they use and the locations they use with each of those teenagers in their dream sequences. Just kind of seemed to match where, like with like Taryn, is it just like this back alley? Yeah. So anyway, I like that. I like the attention to detail, and I like the setting and then the lighting.
Kenny on setting said, again, I'm going with the OG. I love that it's taking place in their neighborhood and that the shots are in the school are epic, which they are. We mentioned that, but he stands on his own on that one.
And I get that. It's nice having a more grounded approach when it comes to especially a first movie.
Yeah.
You're attacking people in their own comfortable environment, very similar to why Halloween is so creepy. So, and this one just takes that next step level, and you can't stop him. He's in your dreams. You want to sleep. So I'm going OG because it's grounded, instead I'm going 3 because it's not.
You like what you like.
Yeah. It's fun. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Acting. I think they both have their share of good and bad. Some of it's line delivery, some of it's writing, some of it's actual acting delivery. The weakest one in this movie that it's not even really 3 was bad. Like, there's nobody that was bad in 3. I don't like the delivery of Taryn. I'm bad, but yeah, you are. Yeah. And then of course the wizard master was your just typical.
Yeah, it was cheese.
Yeah, you had that high pitched nasally voice. Yeah, and, I'm the dungeon master. And Heather Langenkamp is amazing in this. Mm-hmm. The guy who looks like Bill Maher.
Yeah, he does
okay. And then of course John Saxon.
I like John Saxon in 3 more than I do in 1.
Really?
Because he's got the drunk thing. He's
kind of taken over the role of the mom.
Yeah. Yeah. His character's got just a little bit more range in that one.
He does. He's kind of just an asshole.
Yeah.
In the first one. That's one thing I always kind of liked about these movies, though, or at least the first one. And then they did a little bit in Freddy vs. Jason, too. I like the suspicion that's raised with the parents because they're hiding something.
Yeah.
And how dismissive they are of the kids. Not just because they're ignorant, it's because they aren't ignorant.
Yeah.
They're hiding something, and I like that aspect. But I'm going to have to go, I'm going to have to probably go with 3 on the acting.
The mom's acting in the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Dude.
There's some rough stuff there.
There's rough.
Yeah. I know she was playing a drunkard in that one, but there's just some bad delivery there.
Oh, yeah. There's one scene, maybe it was down in the basement, where she was good. There's a couple scenes where she was really good, but everything else was just fucking cheesy. It was just so bad. And it's like, I don't, like, she's not, I can't, she's an alcoholic one second and then a baby the next. I don't know. There's just something about it. They just give her too much. John Saxon should have got more scenes in that movie than the mother.
I think the ones who do the best, besides Robert Englund in that first movie, are the kids. Like the scenes where Tina's getting drug up the wall and her boyfriend, and the way.
100%. The kids are amazing.
Yeah,
and they're way farther ahead in acting ability, and delivery than in 3. Well, but I mean, just the series, like at least like this movie and 3 both. The teens are far ahead of 90% of any of the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh yeah,
And those people are older.
Or any of the rest of these movies in this franchise.
Yeah, exactly. But I think I'm going to edge it to 3 just because I think there's more stuff going on there. Like you said, John Saxon's character, Dad, he had a little bit more to him. The Bill Maher guy was all right, and that's what I'm going to call him from now on, is Bill Maher guy.
Amanda Kruger, the nun, and
the creepy ass nun,
freaking scary.
Yeah. Turns out the whole time she was a ghost.
Freddy's he's a little more Hollywood in this one.
He is,
but he's still got the creep factor.
But he's still awesome. And oh shit, what's his name? I'm terrible today. I cannot think of things today. I'm like losing my mind.
Which character?
Freddy Krueger, actor.
Robert Englund.
Thank you. God damn. Heather Langenkamp. I can remember her. Yeah, they're amazing. They're solid. And I don't want to discredit anybody else other than the mother in 1, but yeah, 3 takes it for me. Are you picking 3? Or are you picking?
I'm going 3.
What does Kenny pick?
Kenny. He says, I think Dream Warrior edges this one. I feel more character development in this one, even if some of them are quirky.
Yeah, okay. So basically the points we're making.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so on to category 4, the kills. This is probably a no-brainer for most people, but we will see. What say Kenny?
Kenny says, I'm going to OG, and it's not that Dream Warriors doesn't have great kills, but OG has some epic kills. Tina's death's iconic and gruesome, the way it happens, and just how terrified Rod is because he can't do anything. Mm-hmm. Glenn's death's also iconic.
It is.
So much blood, and his mom witnesses this crazy event. He goes, now Dream Warriors had one of the coolest in the franchise, with Jennifer's Welcome to Prime Time, bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going with 84.
84. Okay. I really wish I could remember what the hell I said on the last one we recorded. I'm trying to think, because there was only like 4 kills or something. There's not very many kills in either one of these movies.
No, there's
6 and 3 for sure.
There's very few kills very few characters in the first movie. The mom disappears into the bed when Freddy takes her.
Yeah.
Of course, you've got Tina's death. And then you've got Rod, he gets hung in the jail cell, which is whatever.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
And Glenn's.
Yeah. God, Glenn's death was iconic. So was Tina's. Yeah, the mom disappeared. That was weird. And then the end, she got... The end in that dream sequence, whatever the hell that was supposed to be at the end, she got pulled through. You can see the blow-up doll got pulled through the window. God. That's definitely the worst part of that movie.
Yeah.
Of all the cool shit in that movie, there was a few hokey things. That was the worst decision they could have made.
I thought I heard that Wes Craven didn't really want that in there, but they wanted it just for sequel bait. So,
well, and that's fine, but don't pull the mom through the fucking door like that, it's a blow up doll.
Right? It's so stupid.
Yeah, I know you can. I know since there's dreamland and you can crazy shit, it can happen, but that's just
because the rest of the movie's been awesome.
Yeah.
And then in the third movie, you got some pretty cool kills. You got the dude, the marionette with the veins.
That's one of my favorite kills.
Yeah.
And Primetime Bitch, obviously, is one of my favorite kills. The syringes in the arm, it's kind of fitting.
The visual with the sucking wounds on her arm was pretty cool.
Yeah. And of course, killing the wizard. But and then John Saxon got impaled. Heather got tricked.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really hokey, him coming in there and pretending to be everybody. She got tricked and got killed. That's pretty much it, right? That was only 6. There's 1, 2.
That's all I recall.
John Saxon, her, Wizard Kid, Perrin, and then the kid, the Marriott kid. Yeah, 6. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. So basically, it comes down to Johnny Depp
and Tina
versus Primetime Bitch and the marionette.
Yeah.
Because the other ones are just like whatever.
Yeah. They're fun.
They're fun, but they're I don't know, man. That's a toss up for me. That's kind of rough. I think I have to go. So do you go icon? They're all iconic. So do you go epic, fun, or do you go terrifying?
I'm going terrifying.
Yeah.
In this one.
Yeah.
I'm going with the OG.
Okay.
Tina's death is that was a rotating room they had her in.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Whoever dreamed that up.
Yeah.
So, I gotta go 1.
Yeah.
I Glenn's death it's great. It's icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But that's the best death in the franchise with Tina.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. It's crazy. It's crazy that your first kill didn't go back. They couldn't do any better than that.
Yeah.
We got close. I mean, I lost anyway, but I think I will edge it to the OG on that, just because I would like to go terrifying more often than not anyway. But the marionette kill and the primetime bitch one were fun and creative. The marionette kill was actually pretty gruesome.
Yeah, that was rough to watch.
That was pretty scary because the tendons or whatever that he's holding on to him with, pulling out of his feet. Oh
yeah.
Oof. I honestly think that's up there. Let's talk about this for a second. That's up there with Tina.
Maybe, yeah.
Because everybody else was bear witness to this too and could not get the attention of the nurse.
Yeah.
They were all looking at the window watching this happen.
Very young Larry Fishburne, as he was billed as.
Yeah, Larry. They were all watching this happen. That was pretty terrifying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
That's right up there with Tina. Glenn's is iconic because of all the blood, but other than just the bloodbath, which is just wild, him getting sucked through a bed is not what's creepy. It's the blood and the music afterwards.
Yeah. And even though they didn't give Johnny Depp much to do, I wanted to point out the conversation he has with his mother, like right before he dies. It had me cracking up, where he's got the TV and then he's got the headphones on, and she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm watching Miss Nude America," and it's like, "How can you hear what they're saying with those headphones?" He goes, "Who cares what they're saying?"
Who cares what they're saying?
That always cracked me up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really close for me.
Yeah.
I'd almost call it a toss up for me, but you guys.
Yeah, we both prefer the OG.
Okay, so we're actually tied here in tallies. So
we've not had one that's kind of gone down like this in a while.
Not a little bit, I don't think. So it's going to come down to scare factor, and that is probably going to be a winner for the OG if I had to guess. But we'll just see. What does Kenny say?
OG, hands down. This was before Freddy became a comedian and started getting way silly. He was terrifying in 84. School scene with Tina's body being dragged around is scary good. Tina being chased before her death was scary good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. There's a lot of hokey shit in one. I will say.
Oh, the arms in the alleyway?
That's one of the first things you see of him. And I guess because, I mean, it's a dream, and he does crazy shit. It's supposed to suspend your belief or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Disbelief. But I don't like one of the first images you see is a silhouette of Freddy with his goofy fucking arm.
Yeah.
And maybe back then it would be more terrifying if I hadn't seen other shit first.
Yeah.
Or older. But I don't know if that doesn't really scare me. But the one of the first close-up scenes of you see his face is him laughing and the knife scraping. That was creepy. And then he goes, "This is God." That was good.
Yeah.
But the arms was kind of hokey to me. But by and large, the creepiness of the dreams, like Tina's body getting dragged, was so good.
Yeah, the school scene where she's in a body bag going down the hallway.
Yeah, dragging the blood, and was there leaves or something in there too? Like there was some shit. Like
well, later on, there's like eels and centipedes. And, all kinds of stuff going on in the alleyway. But yeah, to me, it's a lot creepier. I love the imagery and the creepiness in 3, but I don't think it's enough scare factor wise.
No, I don't think so either. I think the imagery is good.
Yeah,
the cinematography is good. The lighting's good. The imagery's good. Like with Mary the nun is creepy. The buildings, when the angles they shoot them, it's creepy. But yeah, I think just actual like real scary moments. I don't think you have a lot of those in 3 like you have those in 1. So I'm probably going to go OG, and I kind of figured it was going to go that way.
Yeah.
And that, I honestly don't remember, but it might have been how we done it the first time we recorded this.
Possibly.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I know watching this, I prefer the OG. It's even a little more than slightly. Like, to me, 3 it's a great sequel. is you take existing characters and put them in a new situation and make new characters, and you add more to the story to make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that original story is just so good in Nightmare on Elm Street that it can't be beat.
I think there's part of me days, like I had said at the beginning, I think there's just days where I prefer to watch 3.
Yeah.
For the funness. And
it's more fun for sure.
Way more fun. And it's definitely, if it's not my favorite, it's close. It's just neck and neck. They're just right there. But I think overall, as you get older, you appreciate the more grounded things, as grounded as you can be for a dream killer. I appreciate that, and so sometimes just simple is better.
Yeah.
I think this was a really good first outing for a serial killer that launched a franchise, and rightfully so. While I might watch 3 more often than 1 because of its fun, Nightmare 4 is a better film, and it's a scarier film. And I don't think there's any dispute that it's scarier film.
You're right.
So I think the right movie really won when it comes down to these categories. Anything else you want to say about them?
No, love them both. Like I said, prefer one probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
So at some point, I'd probably like to talk about 2, maybe talking about, like, is it a good sequel or not? You know, because it's so different.
Could you do could you say the same thing about 4? Because I know you've made arguments for 4.
Yeah, I think over the years I've got to where I like 2 just a little more than 4.
Really?
Yeah.
But so I mean, could we do a 2 versus 4? Because they're the kind of like
next in line,
possible, like like underrated Freddy, or maybe I don't know if underrated's a good word, but I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have another verse? We have another verses lined out for that's going to come closer to Halloween.
Yeah. So coming toward the end of October, these 2 guys, if Kenny was here, they're guilty pleasure movies. Yours is 5, right?
Yeah.
And Kenny's is 8. Yeah. And so I'm going to be stuck somewhere in the middle on that one.
Yeah. Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning versus Friday the 13th, Part 8.
Jason takes Manhattan.
Manhattan.
So that'll be fun, and
kind of like the best of the worst, or the worst of the.
Yeah,
I don't know how we were going to word that, but yeah, they're guilty pleasure movies for us, especially since I did the solo show, and I actually, as my last video was on 5, and I need to really continue that series at one point whenever I actually have some time to, because it's a lot of work to produce those videos and a lot of time, a lot of editing. It's a lot more than just us sitting here and doing BS podcast style reviews, and so there's a lot of editing to that, and with the band and work and all that. I'm in a band now. I don't know if I ever even mentioned that, and I should have addressed it on my channel. I never did, but it's just there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just hard to find the time to, because it'd take me a couple days between shooting and writing the script and
watching the movie
out and watching the movie. And yeah, it takes 2 or 3 days, and you have to split all that up into hours, and the editing's crazy. So I will continue eventually. I'm sure I'll get some time, hopefully in the future, to do that. But long story short, I really come around on 5 over the years, and especially when I did that review, and it's not great, but it's just there's redeeming qualities for me. Yeah. I can find some pleasure in watching it a little bit. I know people hate it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But you gotta love Demon, man.
Yeah. And at some point in the video, you got to look at Kenny and say, "You're not getting any chocolate."
That's right. That's right. And then run out the door. Damn enchiladas. But we're talk about that, and then we'll talk about Jason Takes Manhattan, and
how goofy that is,
and how little time he actually spent in Manhattan. But yeah, we'll talk about that, and that's coming in October. That's going to be fun. So make sure you like and subscribe. That way you don't miss that. We've got a lot of other cool, more horror-related shit coming in October, too, because that's what you do in spooky season. And we'll get right back to the action and stuff right after that.
Yep.
But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments below what you think of these 2 movies here, what you think would have won between 1 versus Dream Warriors. And until then,
we're out of here.